The beginning of the Opportunity Center goes back to 1965 and a woman named Ruth Dessloch. She was a nurse at the Elmwood Nursing Home, and she began to see a growing need to enhance the lives of the disabled individuals there. So she opened up the basement of her home for evening activities. Not long after, a Community Daycare Services Board was created, forming the Personal Development Center, which presented living and learning programs to the disabled. The center moved out of Dessloch's basement and into an old Methodist church on Beaumont Road.
And it was very informal. The clients came from the Elmwood Nursing Home, and Ruth Dessloch was very instrumental in trying to get programming going. And many parents wanted programming for their adult children.
A few years later, the Personal Development Center moved again, this time to the former EUB church building on South Michigan Street. The number of clients grew too, to around 60 people by 1975.
We were in a small church over on Michigan Street, and at that time all the clients were in that building, and we did a lot of personal care type classes, teaching them how to brush their teeth, comb their hair, the basic things. We did academic classes. Never had any work. We did a lot of arts and crafts. We just could do fun things with them. We'd go for walks down to the bakery, buy lots of goodies, bring them back. Every Friday we'd have a party, cupcakes, Kool-Aid. We'd just party in the afternoon because there was no work back then.
But that was about to change. In the mid-70s, the Personal Development Center took on a job sorting and packaging buttons for the Lansing Button Company.
When we first got the button job at the church, everybody was just so excited. I mean, this was real work.
For many clients, this was the first gainful employment they had ever experienced, and the staff noticed the positive impact the work had on the clients. A dedicated work facility came in 1975 when production was moved to the roller rink on East Campion Boulevard. The shift to paid production work allowed clients to develop new skills and confidence that helped them reach their potential. This new operation became the Opportunity Center. The Opportunity Center became an effective avenue for helping clients join society.
What was perceived as being a client services operation was the community's perception that the clients could not do competitive work. And I think it was our job to change their ideas. Well, our goal was to incorporate these people as far as possible into the community doing productive work for themselves as well as the community.
Production work increased through the 70s as area companies such as Rayovac, Camcar, Howe Printing, and 3M all subcontracted work to the Opportunity Center.
Well, I think people were really surprised what kind of work, how much, and the quality of work that the clients could do. When you would bring the work in and you have so many clients working on this, at the end of the day there was a tremendous amount that was produced that people didn't think they were able to do it. And so the more they could do, the more they wanted to do, and they wanted difficult and new jobs all the time. The production really enhanced their lives. It was almost really gratifying to see what it could do for them.
In 1979, under the direction of Stan Vogel, a brand new facility was built on State Street, its present-day location. Operations at the Personal Development Center were phased out and incorporated into the new Opportunity Center. In the new building, the focus on production work continued to push clients to reach their full potential.
And we were actually kind of pushing the envelope. We wanted them to take some chances, to do something that they hadn't done before. So it wasn't just that they went there and they spent their day. They actually had to do something with expectations, and it had to have quality to it. And I think it pushed their confidence to, I think, higher levels.
New work continued to come from area companies like Richland Industries, Allen Bradley, Richland Foundry, and Prairie Tool. But the biggest development in the Opportunity Center's production history came from the increased work from 3M during the early 80s. This increase was due to the quality work and reliability the Opportunity Center's clients offered.
We did some blister packing. We did a little clean and strip disc with a mandrel and a nut. Went into a package. Part of the job that we wanted to add to it, our clients would be good at it, was putting the nut on the mandrel. Well, in the process of doing this, one time we discovered that they had mandrels that were threaded the wrong direction. And so we saved them from, putting out a couple 100,000 of these blisters and for the retail market. We saved them going, having to recall all of that. So somebody there was finally convinced that we could do credible work, and I think that was the beginning.
Flush with work, the Opportunity Center continued to expand through the 80s, 90s, and still today. Always proud of its long history of care, productivity, and innovation.